Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading for December 11th to the 17th. This is for Virgo and Virgo rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional cult across spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Virgo, I do this because you know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So Virgo, hey, this is the week. We're here. This is an amazing week. And it's also a week where it's like, okay, Mercury's going retrograde, and Mercury is your ruling planet. But before we get to that, let's talk about like some really, really great, like how we're kicking off the week on Monday with Mercury sextiling Venus. Absolutely amazing. Again, Mercury, your ruling planet. This is really, really nice. This is absolutely nice. You are definitely going to be really social this day, especially because Venus is in Scorpio, and that is your third house of communication. It's also like siblings and, aunts, uncles, cousins, neighbors as well. Some of y'all could be moving or thinking about moving, but I'll get to that in a second. But it's also listen, it's short distance travel as well. I'm going to talk about that too. But either way, this is just a great day. This is a wonderful day. It's like a really nice hug. It's a nice hug. Mercury and Venus are like the fastest moving planets, so it could feel like a little like it's short, right? But it's still such a wonderful day. It could also feel like just a kiss on the cheek. Like a fleeting kiss on the cheek that is very like from someone that you really, really want it from, like Keanu Reeves, okay, fellow Virgo. I'm just thinking of other Virgos. Now, on the 12th is when we have the new moon in Sagittarius. And as I, explained in your December forecast, it's a conjuncting Mars. All right. So Mars is a planet of ambition and drive. And I mean, this is like pedal to the metal. This is like, if you are manifesting, this is the time to plant seeds. You always want to do that around new moons. They are, offer new cycles, new beginnings, new opportunities, new paths. What I love about this is it's in Sagittarius, so it is in your fourth house. All right, so that is your domestic sector. And so, yeah, a lot of y'all may think about moving. A lot of y'all may think about moving in with someone, okay? Or maybe even like buying property or real estate. But it's also family. It's children. It's just think about your domestic life, your partner, your significant other. So there is definitely something that could be happening around this time. Maybe you're welcoming like a new baby. Like there's, again, think about your domestic sector and something new happening in that area of your life. So it is, I really like that Jupiter and Saturn are like dozy-doing in the sky, and this is really important because they're going to be doing this, and I like that they're going to do this next month with a new moon in Capricorn in January, which I really love for you, especially because that's such a great new moon too, and that's in your fifth house of pleasure, of love, romance, but also family, children. It is also procreation. So again, around this time of the new moon, you may think about like having a baby, or or if not you, someone in your family. But even still, I really love this new moon. Now on the 13th is when Mercury goes retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde in Capricorn. Mercury's going to be retrograde all month long. Keep that in mind because it is holiday season. A lot of y'all may be traveling, maybe going on vacation. And, with Mercury retrogrades, they do cause delays, especially in travel, a lot of miscommunication as well. Email, the technology, goes haywire sometimes, like your email, maybe some don't send to people that really need it. Like they were like, they had that exclamation mark priority email that didn't go through, or your Wi-Fi went out, or so those things happen during Mercury retrogrades. But as I have always said, as long as you mentally prepare, as long as you know that there is possibility for these things to happen, it's not as frustrating as when it does happen, when you're surprised, you're like, what? So keep that in mind. Again, it does affect you a lot because Mercury is your ruling planet. Now, the fact that it's going retrograde in Capricorn, again, that is your fifth house. All right. So Mercury retrograde, one of the benefits, and I did a video on Mercury retrogrades if you want to watch it. I'll leave the link up somewhere, or even at the end of this video on, what not to do during Mercury retrograde. But also, there are benefits to Mercury retrograde, and it is a window to the past, and a lot of the past does resurface. And so not only does that happen, but you have this time to quality time with yourself to reassess things, to reevaluate things in your life, especially when it comes to matters of love and romance and family and children, and even recreation is part of the fifth house. So you may be considering, like, maybe I don't like hockey and now I want to do pickleball. Like, there are going to be like moments where you just reassess things in these, areas of your life. It is also creativity as part of that, self-expression as part of the fifth house. So any of these areas, all right. But again, really good time to just rethink things, to come out like on the better end, to, really see like a better future for yourself. Now, that's it. Let's get started. Let's get started with your reading. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the week of December 11th to the 17th. Again, this is for Virgo and Virgo rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, I would recommend, obviously, the moon, because we do have the new moon, if you know your birth chart, right? And then Venus in Scorpio is, it's really at play. And so you may be feeling a lot of that. Venus is all about love and money and creativity, sex, of course. And, especially with Venus in Scorpio, a lot of like sexual energy with that as well. But any case, let's get started, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you for the week of December 11th to the 17th. Now, Virgo, like I said earlier, I do a traditional cultic cross spread. Really does bring the best overview, in my opinion. And if we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Wow. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah. My co-star here. Taking up all the table space, but how funny is that she's sleeping on her job? I'm just joking. Listen, I'm going to push this over a bit. Okay, so Virgo, this is definitely going to be a week. Well, I mean, literally, right? But it's going to be a week where there is going to be moments that you're going to have to really think about. Like really, really, really think about. But in the end, you're good and you're going to be good and things are going to be great and things are going to be absolutely amazing for you. Let's get started. You did get the 5 of Wands. What I want you to know is that this came up in your past. Okay, so there could have been some moments of, a lot of, I don't want to use the word conflict because that's not what's coming up, but this is a challenge card. It is the least severe of the challenge cards of the 5s. You can even see in the card, it's just kids. It's kids swinging their wands in the air. So child's play. All right. So it's not even worth your time. There could have been something that you were coming out of that was just a little like, okay, y'all, we got to see eye to eye. There could have been a lot of voices, a lot of cooks in the kitchen, a lot of egos at play. And it could have just been a little like, what's going on? What's going on? I don't like this. I'm a Virgo. I like things very, neat and organized. And, so it could have been something, especially with all this activity. Again, remember, this new moon in Sagittarius is happening, but don't forget we're in Sagittarius season. So there has been focus on family and home and, like children already. So there could have just been something like maybe there was a thing where maybe you did want to move, but your kids were just like, no, I love the school that I go to. Or, just something like around that where it just wasn't such a big deal, but it was still like, right. There is also a sense of, could have been like competition here that's going on too. Now, I want you to know that there's a big tug of war. There's almost like this sense of you doing the right thing, but at the same time, you not wanting to. And I'm going to explain that later because you have such an interesting spread here. But just know the 501s came up in your past. Just learn from it. Just learn from like any challenges that you may have gone through, any frustrating moments. It could have also been just some competition. Remember Venus and Scorpio, as I explained in your December forecast, it brings intensity, okay, even to a competitive nature, even to like jealousy and envy is associated with like Venus and Scorpio. So that's how intense it is, okay. Remember Venus all about love and money and romance, beauty and whatnot, and Scorpio is just so intense, right? It's an intense sign, and there's so much passion in Scorpio too. So there could have been some of that as well, where there was a point where it possibly affected you to the point where you're like, okay, I got to make a big decision, because you have the Two of Swords in the heart of your spread. Now, this card is really asking you to just go within, take some time to yourself to do the right thing, to make the right decision. All right. It is swords. Swords are the mental suit. So what's going on up here? Okay. Second thing is this card is actually attributed to Moon in Libra. So this could be something having to do with partnership or relationship. Libra is a native ruler of partnerships and relationships. And that is work. That is career. It's also love. It's also romance. Now, here's the other thing. Libra rules your second house of money, finances, salary, income, but also comfort, stability, things like that. And so there could be a question about that. Maybe you have a situation where you're thinking about matters that have to do with that. What's really interesting is that the biggest thing that is coming through, it really is, even though it's a Two of Swords, and it is about going within to the point where you're comfortable taking off that blindfold, it can be very emotional for you, especially because there's, you see her in front of the sea. And so water in tarot is emotions, like it represents your emotions, right? But you see a lot of rocks in the water. So it can be a little bit more emotional than you would think. So really take that time out, okay? Take that time out to let your intuition guide you. The moon is intuition. So you see the sliver of the moon here. So just really think about that. Really think about, there may be a decision you have to make this week. There may be a choice that you have to make this week. There may be something that you don't want to second guess yourself. You really want to trust your intuition. You really want to listen to your inner voice this week, okay? That's going to make all the difference. And it can be very emotional, but at the same time, it is something where it's going to be a lot easier if you do go within rather than, coming out of the Five of Wands, like with all that noise around you, right? So spend that time, okay, to just take that time to yourself and just really think about things, all right? Until, again, to the point where you're comfortable taking off that blindfold and making that decision or having the things that you have to say. You also got the Six of Cups. You got the Six of Cups in your challenge area. Now, what's interesting about this is that there is going to be something. Again, you see more children here, and so remember, Sagittarius season. We have this new moon in Sagittarius in your fourth house, where rules, like children. Okay, like in your domestic world. Okay, but also with Mercury in Capricorn and now retrograde in Capricorn, and everything that's happening in this month is really ramping up to 2024 and even like January, right? Especially up to that new moon in Capricorn. And so that is your fifth house, like I explained, like pleasure and love, romance, but also children is in the fifth house as well. So even like this is going to be something that could be a big thing for you, but at the same time, that's almost like what you have to think about is what brings you this comfort, where you don't have to stress about things, where you don't have to have your guard up this week, where everything just kind of flows a lot easier for you, where there are no rocks in the water. But this card there's so much kindness in this card, so much sharing, but it's also like, as they say, like tapping into your inner child. And think about that. Think about that. When you were a child. Think about the kids that you see on the street. Think about like the kids that you have. There's so much innocence and purity like in children. So it's coming to that place where you're not like, I guess like swayed one direction or, already like, have philosophies or whatnot, but it's just that innocence that comes with this. Now, the other thing is, so remember that really going deep to discover what will bring you comfort moving forward, will bring you like sense of security and a lot of protection moving forward. Now, the second thing is this card is highly associated with nostalgia. Okay. And so remember, Mercury is going retrograde in your fifth house. So there is going to be a thing where don't fight it. Okay. Don't fight anything where if you are thinking about the past, and a lot of y'all may, okay, remember Mercury retrograde is a time to reassess things and reevaluate things. And they are, like I said, a window to the past. And so people from your past really, truly could come up. And so it's also you revisiting moments in your past, but do it in a way where it is nostalgic, okay? And nostalgic, but like nostalgia is proven to, by, tons of research out there to, increase your quality of life, improve your quality of life, mental health, and all of that. So nostalgia is really good for you. It's like when, you're sitting in your car, you turn on the radio and you hear like, MC Hammer, whatever it is, that nostalgic moment, you get groovy, right? And you're flipping through the channels, 16 Candles, Breakfast Club, whatever comes on. You're like, ooh, I'm going to watch this. Like nostalgia is really good for you. It's really good for your soul. So let that come through. Have those nostalgic moments. Tap into your inner child this week, okay? Let your guard down a little bit, but do it at your own comfort level, okay? Don't it's okay to be vulnerable, but to your comfort level. All right. So now look at what happened. Look at what's happening here. You have justice in your crown and then the devil in the root of your spread. Very interesting. Very interesting. Especially because you've got, remember I said the Two of Swords is a Libra card. And now you have got justice attributed to Libra. And so you have justice in your crown. There is this sense of, you seeking justice. And I'm not surprised with, the Five of Wands in your past, and then you have the Two of Swords in the heart of your spread. I'm not surprised justice came up. There is a sense of like, the biggest thing is like, you may have a really big moment asking yourself this week, am I doing the right thing? Okay. Just looking at your entire spread here, I want you to know, let me just remind you, trust your intuition. It is your intuition that is going to make all the difference. It is listening to your inner voice, okay? Cutting out all that noise, removing yourself, okay? To the point where you're comfortable taking off that blindfold. Now, the other thing is like, yes, seeking justice for something that may have happened, or, even like legal matters could be a thing as well. But there is a sense of like, there's gotta be something. You see that the judge is holding the sword as well, okay? It's a lot of truth here. Not only like truth in a situation, seeking truth and justice in a situation, being honest with yourself as well, all right? So use that sword. Use that sword to cut out the noise, cut out anything that is distracting, that is tempting, that is something that is not good for you, to bring that fairness in your life, okay? Karma is highly associated with the justice card. So this is working with your karma. Karma is not static. You're constantly working with your karma. We're all constantly working with your karma. And so it's all about doing the right thing and thinking about doing the right thing and making sure you do the right thing, because you did get the devil in the root of your spread. And so the devil being in the root of your spread, sure, there may be something that is not good for you. And it is kind of like maybe fueling this moment where you have to make this decision, remove yourself from a situation and just really think about it, okay, in any circumstances that you're in. But the devil is Capricorn. So there you go, more Capricorn energy. So it can be something, again, this is just so crazy because the devil coming up in the root of your spread. First, can I tell you something really crazy, Libra? Virgo. You have a lot of Libra cards. Sorry, that's a slip. But Virgo, what's really crazy is the devil ruled by Capricorn. Remember I said Mercury's retrograding Capricorn, and then we're moving into Capricorn season next week. And then all this, Mars is moving into Capricorn. Like there's a build up, okay, to January, to all this Capricorn energy. The devil has pretty much showed up in everyone's spreads. It's so insane for me to see the devil come up more frequently than ever. But even still, with the devil in the root of your spread, yeah, definitely think about, is this, and it may be something that is on your mind already. Is this good for me? Is this what I want? Is this something that is, that I can let go? Remember, use that sword. All right. Use that sword. It seems like you want to, all right, to cut ties with anything that is not serving you well. And something that, I always say the devil is kind of like a test or a trap, because the devil represents addictions, vices, bad behavior, pessimistic thinking, but also, think about this, okay? Think about this. Remember what I said, the devil, Capricorn. Capricorn is your 5th house, okay? So it is pleasure, okay? Now, Venus in Scorpio intensifies this state, like your passions and commitment energy in terms of love and romance as well. And with the devil being Capricorn, your 5th house, again, relationships is there too. And so you do see the 2 people chained to the devil, the 2 people from the Lover's card. All right. So, again, Libra, partnerships, relationships, and then an element of that here. All right. With your 5th house. So that could be a thing for you. Okay. It could be like a partnership or a relationship that is, on your mind, and you're like, is this what I want to be in? Is this, good for me? It could be. And again, remember, this can be work, career. This can be love, romance. But there is a sense of you wanting to do the right thing, you having to take that time out to do the right thing. And then once you do that, you're good. You're the Ace of Pentacles in your future. And so, of course, aces usher in that new change, right? New journeys, new paths, literally. You see that pathway here, the golden pathway, the archway, indicating like this gateway to this next chapter in your life, new cycle in your life, conveniently during the new moon in Sagittarius. That brings this new chapter in your life. So you're good. As long as you go within, trust your intuition, do the right thing. It looks like you want to, okay? There's a part of you that's like, I really want this. Do you know what I mean? Like, just do the right thing. It's like when you trust your intuition, okay? And that sets you free. And then you make room for this, the biggest pentacle in the deck, by the way, to come through. All right. So there is something, and pentacles, money and wealth. Okay. Money and wealth is a big thing. Remember I said, that is going to be, something, especially with this Libra energy. Remember I said Libra is your 2nd house of salary, money, income. And it looks like there may be something new that's coming around this new moon, okay, in Sagittarius. But also remember, pentacles are earthbound, so your physical reality as well. So if you're not here for money, if you're not here for wealth, if you're not here for any of that, it is just something new in your world. Again, it can be a baby. It can be, just something new in your physical realm, okay? That's really nice. It's really nice. Let's get to your stuff. Virgo. If you like this reading, it would be great if you subscribe, leave comments, let me know what your week is like. What's really interesting? It's just it's so funny that we had that new moon in Sagittarius followed immediately after Mercury retrograde. And so everyone's readings this week has been a little, it's just interesting. Let's just keep it that way. This is very interesting. So, and you're good, of course. Yeah, you're good. You're fine. You're good. You are good, especially looking at this. It looks like you are going to do the right thing, and you are going to take that time out. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Let's get started. You got the Emperor. Hello. You're good. Okay. He is the ruler of his kingdom, of his world, but also of his destiny. Okay. A lot of power with the emperor. He is the divine masculine. But, speaking of the fact that we have this new moon in Sagittarius, right? That is in your fourth house of family. We have all this Capricorn energy that we're building up to. But also, Pluto is in Capricorn right now. For you in your fifth house anyway. And so, and that's only for like another month and a half. Okay. But the reason I bring that up is because those are two overlapping houses that do include like parents and family. And, he is a father figure. He does serve that father paternal role as well. And so really masculine energy here. So there could be an element of that again. New baby, someone could be a new father. There's honestly like that's a big thing here. But if you're not here for that, it really is just you having all this wisdom, you being this influential person, really having this like empowerment, knowing that everything's gonna work out for you, especially with you having the justice card coming up too. So I love this energy. It's like there's a lot of order and structure that comes with the emperor, but just that power, and authority. It's just laying down the laws. Like you're good. Okay. So just hold on to that empowerment energy, that wisdom, that strength. Like just, you're going to be fine. Okay. There is that driving life force that comes with the emperor. That's really great. And, what's also really great. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yet your eyes do not deceive you. You did get the two of cups. So in your external factors area. And so very interesting. I love this for you because remember what I said, like relationships, partnerships may be a big thing for you this week. And now you get the card of partnerships and really like, come on, this is big. Came up in your external factors area. So yes, a lot of y'all may be thinking about partnerships and relationships and moving into one that is like beyond. Okay. Um, YOLO or whatever. I don't know. This is the card of like love transcending time and space. This is two becoming one. A lot of healing in this card too. A lot of healing in this card. But this is the soulmate card, the twin flame card, the in layman's terms, like the true love card. You're good. You're really good. But it looks like that's what's really that may be something that is fooling you this week. But a lot of y'all may find it this week too. Hey, yeah, if you're single, especially if you're single, wow. Come on. The new moon in Sagittarius, you've got to just, put it out there, put that energy out there. And not only put that energy out there, but go out there and meet people and mingle. You just never know. I mean, this could be the week that you do meet your soulmate, that you do meet your twin flame. And this also applies if you are here for work, the perfect job, the perfect like partnership, in career, colleague, CEO, whatever it is. But this is really great. Even platonically too, there could be something with like friendship as well. Now you did get the 5 of Pentacles, but where it lands in your staff, it's just saying that it's the last thing you want. You don't want to feel alone. You do not want to feel left out. You do not want to feel even like an outcast. You don't want to feel like someone's like holding you back. It's the last thing you want. And that's again something that may be fueling you, something that like where you're moving toward like a place of like there's almost like a sense of like you don't want this codependency, um especially because this is so like relationship heavy. But again, there is and it can be like, yeah, sure, they're pentacles, so it can be like you want to be in a position where you feel that security. Okay. And that could be holding you back. Remember, with the 6 of cups in your challenge area, that sense of security, you may feel maybe even insecure about something, or there could be something that where you feel like you don't have that. But again, tap into the Emperor energy. You have the Emperor. Look at the, by the way, look underneath his robe. He's wearing armor. He's fully protected. So you have it. You have it. You have to believe that you have all that protection. But remember, take that time to really trust your intuition. And then lastly, you have temperance in your final outcome. How amazing is that? You have an archangel in your final outcome. Not only that, temperance is Sagittarius. What are the chances you pull the major arcana of Sagittarius during the new moon in Sagittarius? So you're good. You're fine. You're good. Just it is going to seem like once you make this decision, everything's just going to flow. And there's going to be that balance that comes into play in your life, especially you see the scale in the judge's hand. You want it and you're going to get it. As long as you enjoy life, just don't stress about anything. Even things that you want, know that they're going to happen for you. All right. Know they're going to happen for you and don't sweat it. Just enjoy life right now. All right. Just you're gonna be fine. That's what temperance is. It's temperance literally means self-restraint. So not like stressing about your future or like things like that. Just enjoying the moment, knowing full confidence and having that full faith that everything will work out for you. I mean, like Ace of Pentacles with a 2 of Cups. Hello, you're fine. You're good. You're absolutely good. You're wonderful, Virgo. So yeah, you're good. You're definitely going to have to take a little bit of time out this week to really trust your intuition, let your intuition guide you. But otherwise, once you have that, once you take off that blindfold, you're fine. You're fine. Once you make that right decision in moving forward, you're going to be absolutely good. You have temperance in your final. I mean, you're good. You're good. With that said, Virgo, okay, Virgo, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And if you're a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all, we'll talk about it next week. Okay, next week. Well, December's a loaded month. So we'll talk about it next week. All right, thanks so much, Virgo. I'll see you next week.